What's up, people weeples? So I'll wait for this work thing to happen. Baker's in the zone. Yes, I'm in the zone. Something like that. No, I'm not actually. Actually, no, I'm not. Because if I was in the zone, I wouldn't need to be washing dishes again right now. I would have been consistently cleaning the dishes, focusing on the chopping block. What are you talking about? Um, I've been consistently cleaning my dishes throughout the week and not had accumulated them. I started off really well. Then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? This one I'm just gonna put in there for now. Like I'll get to it later. And then I just the snowball effect basically. Once I let it start, then it was all over. It had already been decided before it even got off the ground. You know what I'm saying? We knew the plane was going to crash before it even took off. Okay, that's the situation here, folks. So, you know, it's what happens. It's what happens. So I'm back to dishes. I'm back to dish duty, dishwash duty. You embraced death. Yes, I did. We knew we would hit the tower before we hit the tower. Oh man, really? Why you gotta pull out that reference? Of all the references you can make, Baker's like, you know what? I don't know what to stream on Thursday, so I will just do my dishes and stream that. Um, actually, no, I think it was this morning. Actually, I knew this morning that I was gonna do this, so it wasn't a matter of not knowing what I was gonna stream, but I knew I had to wash dishes, and I figured, you know what? I get a lot of views on these streams too. For whatever reason, people just enjoy seeing me and seeing me wash my dishes or just the chit chat kind of stuff. So hey, that works. And we've been losing hours lately. I thought this is the long-awaited cooking stream. Well, I mean, maybe one day we'll have another one of those soup streams. Maybe it'll be something other than soup. Maybe it'll be something other than soup next time. How do you lose hours? Well, because again, it's like a rolling 365, right? It's a rolling 365 days. So as the time frame shifts, there's hours that you lose because hours drop off from over a year ago, and then you have to basically either maintain or add hours. So apparently, whatever I was doing around this time last year, minus a couple of days, had more hours than what I've been doing currently. So essentially, instead of it just being a wash, I'm losing hours. So that is how you lose hours, because again, it's accumulated over a 1 year period. So you have to either so essentially that enforces you to have to remain consistent. So you can't just like stream a bunch and then all of a sudden just stop, or post videos and all of a sudden just stop and expect that it's just gonna keep carrying forward. It doesn't work that way. So I mean, it's the same thing. I think Twitch kind of does probably something the same, but I don't think that their requirements they're not nearly as stringent. I think they just require over a 30-day period you meet some certain objectives or something. It's still watch time based, but I don't think it's nearly as much as YouTube. So that's what makes Twitch, appealing at times, or at least the thought of it more appealing at times. So today I've been texting back and forth, man. Lauren's been texting back and forth a lot today. It's been very nice. We've had very good conversation today over text. So that's been really. It's actually been really joyful. I don't know. I've really enjoyed it. There we go. Put it that way. It's been very enjoyable. That's the word I was looking for. Enjoyable. It's been very enjoyment. Oh, are we work now? Wait, what? Are you work now? What do you mean? Yeah, I had to put in that. I had to put in those hours. I gotta put in those hours for you guys. This is my second full-time job. Well, obviously not full-time, but. So this morning I downloaded What Happens in Apple Juice Anonymous. Stays in Apple Juice Anonymous, right? That is correct. That should be the rule. Especially, especially any pitchers that may or may not be related to Texas thighs. Those definitely have to stay in Apple Juice Anonymous. Those definitely only stay there. Oh man. Or anything related to Trey and dinosaurs or dude, this water has been like so weird recently. I don't know if it's like well boom, yeah I know. Wah boom, wah boom. That's I was just like, really? Like, I just it's kind of it's humorous, but like let's not pretend that we've never done the same thing ourselves before, right? You try to create sound effects and you kind of have a thought in your mind, but then the way that the way that you vocalize sound effects is never quite the way that you want them to come out. You ever just clogged the toilet? What? What? No, I have never just clogged the toilet. I mean, have you ever just clogged the toilet? That is unique. So Donovan, why Apple Juice Anonymous? You know why? Come on, Donovan. You know, like when I'm streaming, sometimes I like to drink, my apple juice. So we're all part of that program now. You're guilty by association, basically. That's why it's Apple Juice Anonymous. Oh, to be fair, as I explained to these guys last night, I haven't had any apple juice in like 4 days now. So, I'm doing pretty good. So Donovan, I was saying this morning, I feel like I'm losing you, man. I feel like I'm losing you on the stream. You seem so distant. Marcus said he thinks you have a girlfriend or something. That's what he said. That's what Marcus said. Well, something to that extent. Not exactly that way, but something equivalent to that. Something equivalent to that. Don's like, no, Baker, I'm just getting too old to watch an old man stream. Or boyfriend. Hey, man, whatever floats your boat. That's true. Yes, it could be a boyfriend as well. That is perfectly fine. If that's what makes you happy. If that is what makes you happy, then yes. Hola, masturbation. What's up, K-Dog? How's it going, dude? Weekends. All I saw was just weekends. I didn't see anything else but just weekends. So we ready? Ready for what? So I told you guys I'm going out on a date tomorrow night. So I could probably stream before I leave. Actually, I might actually be able to stream like as long as work doesn't get too crazy after tonight. Then yeah, I should be able to stream for like an hour or something tomorrow night before I leave. I gotta be there at 7, and it's probably about a half hour away. So I gotta leave here by about 6:30. So as long as I can go from like 4:30 to 5:30 or 5 to 6. Help us beat the Ender Girl. Oh God. I mean, yeah, I think. Well, okay, but did anyone ever get blaze powder? I felt like we needed to create a blaze grinder in the nether. I don't know if anyone ever did. No female involved or male. I don't swing that way. You don't swing male or female? Like, what way do you swing that? Are you like into like, what are you into, Donovan? You kind of some weird shit. All I saw though, Donovan, is you just said weekends. That's literally all I've seen you say, other than your last comment. You have to go poo, so you'll be cleaning my dishes from a certain point of view. What? You have to go fulfill your destiny. Alright, sounds like a plan, I guess. Put them in your chest in the ground. Oh, you have them all. So then we need to make potions then? We have all the blade powder we need? I mean, we're ready. I hope everyone's grinded. Everyone, yeah, we ready? Wow, okay then. Well, then, you know, it could happen. When you stream in the morning, I'm mostly always asleep. Oh, like on the weekends in the morning? Dude, you teenagers, man. You teenagers are weird with your time, sleep time. I'm trying to remember back to like when I was a teenager, if I ever slept in, but I feel like I never did. I never felt like I could ever sleep late. Like, I think, because I've always, like, I feel like I've always, for school, even thinking back to like 7th and 8th grade, I was always up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, I was always up early, and so, like, I never, even on the weekends, I never felt like I could sleep in, because I would be upset with myself for, like, feeling like I wasted my day. This water is really weird. I feel like I may need to take this thing off. Yeah, there's no way this thing could already be like, I don't know. Yeah, but I'm always your streams in the afternoon or at night, unless it's Rocket League. Unless it's Rocket League or Minecraft or Hunter or anything but Cards Against Humanity. Yeah, wake your ass up in the morning, Donovan, like me. Right. Yeah, Marcus is like chatting in Discord at 7 a.m., man. And especially, look, you're on vacation, dude. Like, I would think on winter break that the first thing you'd want to do is not waste any of it sleeping. Like, hey, I finally get the opportunity to do whatever the hell I want. Bro, I'm on my winter. Yeah, but still, that's what I was gonna say. Like, but still, like, see, but I feel like you're the same way even when you're not on winter break. I still feel like on the weekend you still sleep in late. You're still a bum, even on the weekend. Because then on the weekend he's like, well, but it's the weekend. Then he's got a different excuse. Oh, I'm on winter break. Oh, but now it's the weekend. Oh, now it's the day after President's Day. 10:30 isn't late. 10:30? What? Dude. That's insane. 10:30? Wow, how could you sleep so? Dude, are you depressed or something? Like, I'm actually not joking. Like, I mean, like, are you okay, dude? Like, are you okay mentally? And I'm not really trying to be funny with that. Like, are you good? That is what's important. Are you good? Because, you know, I feel like you never were always that way. I mean, I could be wrong, but I felt like I don't think you've always been that way, where you've slept so late and stuff like that. Yes, I'm okay, just love sleeping. Okay. I just felt like you weren't like that before. I don't know, I could be wrong, but maybe I have a different vision of the past than what reality was. The good old days. I'm thinking of good old days or something. It's the mustache. Right. The mustache makes him sleepy. Wait, are you getting at something with that, Marcus? What are you trying to get at here with the mustache thing? Bro, when school first closed in March 2nd year, I would sleep in around 1 or, well, see, but I mean, I don't know. I get it. See, that's the thing. I think that has impacted you more than you're leading on. So maybe when school starts to normalize again, because I mean, is school really normal now for you? I mean, you're still schooling from home, right? And you still have like weird class times or some crap like that? See, I don't know. Like, hopefully you guys know that, like, I honestly do, like, hope that like everyone's okay. Like I do actually care about all you guys. So if you ever need to talk or anything, like I'm not inviting you over to my house. I'm not like that Vikings guy. Like, hey, let's go find a quiet spot in the parking lot. Like that kid. Like, oh, why don't you come over to my house and we can like cuddle up and talk. Yeah, still schooling from home. So I mean, I'm sure maybe hopefully when things like start to normalize again, which it sounds like we're kind of on the verge of that, right? We're getting there. You're depressed. You mean you're depressed? Mike, why are you depressed? Because you're not in school right now? Aren't you busting your ass at work to make a bunch of money so that you can pay for school next time? Whose fault is that? That's so mean. What do you mean whose fault is that? Not being in school has definitely changed me and my mental state. Not saying I'm depressed, but it's no, I understand, dude. I understand. I mean, I completely understand. He's depressed because he didn't make it known he won. Because you don't get to see Melinda. Stop with that shit, dude. That cannot depress you because you. I think that's more disappointment, not depression, Mike. There's a huge difference between the two. You can be upset or disappointed about something, but not be depressed. Mike's like, oh my god, it consumes my entire life because I haven't seen Melinda. Like that makes no sense. So let's not talk about. I mean, I'm not avoiding it for any particular reason, but let's not. I'd rather not talk about Melinda. I'd rather talk about like Lauren or something like that. That's more suitable. That's a more suitable topic. I mean, Melinda's fine. She slipped down. I think I told you guys she fell down the stairs and all that crap. Or her back has been hurting and shit. And she said that her house has been getting kind of dirty and so we haven't actually. I mean, like the last time I saw her was on Sunday. Were you hiding Melinda? Why are you hiding Melinda from you? I'm not hiding her from you, but there's no reason for her to be like. I mean, she's a part of my life as a friend, but like, there's no reason for her to be like part of my broadcast. To some extent, I feel like it was a mistake to even like say much about Natasha in the past. The fact that I'm even saying anything about anyone else because you're really putting yourself out there. She hates black dudes. No, she doesn't hate black dudes. She works with a bunch of black dudes. Let me put it that way. She works at a black funeral home. It's an all black funeral home. So I mean, like literally, she's like the only white girl there. The only white person there. So yeah, she does. She works for all black funeral home, and she gets to tell me like how black people do different things than white people versus like certain cultures. Like you would have never guessed this stuff happens, but it does. What's up, Jarrell? Like certain cultures, like what is it? What are some of the Middle Eastern ones that don't value women essentially? If there's like a viewing or like something where they have to like do something with the body, like they have some people come in where they come in and they pray over the body, the corpse. Like literally they're like, oh, you can't be there that day because she's a woman. Like they have to actually observe that, so she can't be there sometimes just because the culture says a woman should not even be within sight of them doing their little prayer service stuff. Can you believe that? Even in the United States, we still observe that kind of practice. I mean, I guess we should feel good about that. I guess I kind of do, but at the same time, it's still that kind of feels a little wrong, right? I mean, I'm all for people having a religion, but like when it comes to like, no, sorry, you can't come to work today because these people don't believe that because you're a woman that you don't mean it. You're meaningless in life, other than I guess having babies, right? So yeah, it's just crazy that we actually in our deaf industry that we actually observe stuff like that. That's crazy to me. Like you would never think that kind of stuff actually happened unless you knew someone who told you, like, yes, this stuff actually happens. I couldn't believe it when she told me that either. I was just like, really? Like, that's absurd. That is absurd. That is probably the most absurd thing I think I've ever heard, and that rhymed, and that wasn't intended to rhyme, but you know what I'm saying. Absurd, absurd, absurd. Absurd is the word. But yeah, so, definitely some interesting stuff there for her. So she gets to deal with that fun stuff every day, just about. Shemale, oh god. Darrell, what are you up to, man? How you been? Let me see. Stop it, Mike. Why you are too obsessed. See, you're not depressed. You're obsessed. That's the correct word. You've been using the wrong word the whole time. He's that it went from I thought maybe he was just disappointed. Now he's just obsessed. He's obsessed with someone that he just kind of knows by name, and that's really it. I didn't think that was possible, Mike. So you are definitely Mike is definitely a hopeless romantic, guys. I know it just based on this alone. Mike is a hopeless romantic. I'm telling you that. He goes in head first. No pun intended there. He goes in head first in a relationship. And, Mike probably gets his heart broken. He's probably had his heart broken a couple of times. Bring in Melinda Shacklock. You've been just chilling, doing a lot of homework? Ugh. Baker, 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 Baker. What's up, John? Teach me how to baker. Teach me how to baker. Sorry, I would dance, but I'm washing dishes, so I can't do that. Somehow that's an excuse. Somehow that works. I don't know. Somewhere that works. Ew, John, where's my chili? No chili today, man. I ate all that chili I made. What was that, last week? Jeez, I think that was last week. I should make more chili. I kind of want to eat some more chili. I actually warmed up some of my soup. I know you guys can't see me right now, but I'm down to like my last kind of couple of bowls of soup or so. But I'm heating up my soup in my crock pot to have more for dinner tonight. So it's lasted me practically the whole week. So at least 4 days. Your thoughts on Wentz to the Colts? Well, my initial reaction is that I can't believe the Colts traded for him. But then I saw what they gave up, which they didn't give up anything. And I guess that's good. But then my first reaction was I can't be a Colts fan anymore because I don't think Carson Wentz is that good. I don't think he's the quarterback of the future for the Colts. I feel like that was a mistake. I feel like that was a desperation maneuver on their behalf because I think that they should use like Jacoby Brissett, use the quarterbacks you have and try to figure it out. Excuse me. Hang on. Why did my phone just buzz? I didn't really get anything interesting. I don't get that. Yeah, so I don't agree with Indy's move there. Now, granted, so I guess they gave up like a second round. It said like a second round and then like a third round, but then the second rounder becomes a first rounder depending upon like if Wentz meets like some type of snap count or something like that. So I mean, technically, that's all in the hands of Indy, right? I mean, just if you feel like your season's tanking, you have the Xbox Series S, really? Well, that's cool. Only Melinda's were the first round. Mike, dude, what is your obsession, dude? Oh my God, you were insane. You're like a serial killer, I think, Mike. Mike's got this obsessive personality. I'm telling you, Mike's had his heart broken before. I can guarantee you that. Mike, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong so I can tell you that you're a liar. Mike has definitely had his heart broken before. At least once. At least once. Yes. Don't lie to me, Mike. Dude, look. I know what kind of you're a pump. You're a chump or like it. Baker's better than Wentz. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, again, like I'm trying to think. Like I feel like Wentz had enough around him to be successful, I guess. But he got injured. Injury became a thing like way too early in his career. So again, that's another reason that I hate that from the Colts standpoint. It's just like, dude, like why would you think that he's gonna lead you anywhere? I mean, Colts are definitely in a win now mentality. Can you name two Eagles receivers? Well, Deshaun Jackson went back there, right? So that would have been one of them. Alshon Jeffrey, right? There's two. Done. I remember they had Aguilar, but Aguilar, I feel like he was what, number 81? Nelson Aguilar, right? And then he like left Philly and then he came back and then I assume they probably got rid of him again or something. I didn't really follow him that closely, but I felt like he went to the Raiders. Wait, I would say Aguilar, but he left last season. Okay. What's up, Akima? How are you? How are you doing, Akima? Did you ever text me back? Yeah, you did text me back, right? Or no? I can't actually I can't remember. Did you text me back today, Akima? I texted you this morning, I feel like. He balled out in Oakland or Los Angeles or Las Vegas. I forget, dude. All these teams are like moving now on the West Coast. So it's like hard to keep track of where the hell they even, what the hell their host city even is anymore. By the way, the water did intentionally. I did shut it off intentionally just so I could focus. I didn't, but I was busy and forgot. It's been a long morning. There were days where Akima loved me, and then like at some point she just she just fell out of love with me, guys. Oh my gosh. Akima. Um, Raiders are the place where bums become stars. Dude, okay, come on. Look, even as a the saying Browns fans have the saying as well that the Raiders are where careers go to die. Okay? So let's keep that in the back of our minds here, okay? Let's to provide some context. Even Browns fans in the past have said the Raiders are where careers go to die. Tell me it's not true, man. I'm all right. Okay. That's fine. That's your opinion. I'm just saying, like, remember Cameron Wembley? He played for the Browns. Where did he play last? Where did he end his career? Or at least basically the lower point in his career was when he ended up going to Oakland at the time. I'm telling you, man. Terrell Pryor, I can't remember if he started there. You leave me on red all the time? I do not leave you on red all the time. Hi, Ella. How are you? How are you doing? What's up, Wesley? How's it going, man? Name every playoff win since 2014, Mike. With that fabulous goatee. Yeah, I need to trim. I have a date tomorrow night, so I have to shave. I have to shave. I trimmed this down today and kind of did. See, I don't know like how many guys do this, but it really annoys me when the mustache overlaps your lip. It just there's something about that that frustrates me to no end. So I end up I trimming around the lip. So that's why you always see like a little gap there because that's intentional. I cannot stand my mustache like touching my lip. It just so it kind of like just it almost kind of itches. So I trim it. So it looks nice. I feel like it looks more professional than just letting your facial hair just overgrow your mouth. Like that's gross. When you see guys with beards and their hair is like basically they can like chew on it more or less, their mustache and shit. Like that's just gross. Like, what guy thinks that is like attractive to anyone, right? How do you get up and look in the mirror and be like, "Oh wow, yeah, you sexy hunk you with your nasty ass freaking mustache." Excuse my language, Ella. You may not be used to these streams all the time, so I do swear sometimes, though. I'm sorry. It just sometimes it just happens. You know, I'm kind of old, so I mean it. It tends to be a thing. Kind of older, I should say. Name every AFC North team. There's only four: Browns, Steelers, Bengals, Ravens. Was every AFC North team? He has a potty mouth. Now, when's your birthday? Your birthday's in October. Baker is now the Bluetooth guy. Meh. Dude, I got these from dude. Natasha gave these to me. She gave these to me for free. I didn't have to pay for them at all. Maybe it cost me my relationship. Maybe that was the cost. It was the cost of the Bluetooth headset. But yeah. Wrong. Is it July? That is not true because you told me this morning it was in October. So stop. JJ's is in July. So don't even stop. He has a potty mouth. I do not have a potty mouth. Stop it, mom. You know, wash my mouth out with soap. Ew, could you imagine if someone used liquid soap to wash your kid's mouth out? Ooh, that'd be terrible. So how old are you? You are 15. You are 15. Chug chug chug. That's sick, right? When's your birthday, bro? Dude, I don't. Guys, come on. I'm not always gonna remember. Wesley, I think I remember. I think you're. I feel like you're 16, right? Or you're 15. You're either 15 or 16. You're about the same age as Marcus. I felt like you're. I feel like you were young. Nobody cares about Trey. See, okay, 15 or 16. Again, I say the same thing to Marcus. I usually always lean towards them being older. I know Donovan's 17. Where's Preston? Preston's being a bum. Daniel, you're kind of young. I feel like you're like. Oh wait, no, no, you were still in. You were going. Wait, hold on. I'm confused. I feel like you were getting ready to go to college. Aren't you like 18 or something? I felt like you were like getting ready to go to college or something. You guys are killing me with trying to remember stuff. Remember, I'm getting older. Actually, it's probably good that you have me try to remember stuff, especially short-term memory stuff, because that is one of the first things. I was about to say, this man calls me a child. Well, because I remember you were the one that was, you were the one, if I remember correctly, that got me that had me buy that popcorn, right? And that's typically, if I'm remembering correctly, and if that's correct, like, you know, typically that's something that you do when you're like in like middle school. Like that's not something you do, and that was just like last year, was it? Or I guess it was 2 years ago. But still, that seems more like a middle school thing, not something you do like in high school or something. How old are you, John? John, you are 41. You are 41. You would turn 42 this year, because you're older than me. You're older than me. That I know, or you know, give or take. Baker, I did that in kindergarten. You did what? When's your birthday? You said July, Trey. You just told me. So that's extremely short-term memory usage right there. Hello, John. I feel like your birthday was like later in the year. Isn't your birthday in like October or September or October or something like that? You win a Browns cookie? Oh man. That's exciting. Who was the 22nd pick of that 2014? Was that Manziel? It was either, yeah, because Manziel would have been the 22, right? Because remember, Whedon was like 21 or something, like the year before or a couple years before. The oldest quarterback drafted. October 2nd, okay. Yeah, but day and year, dude, I have no clue. I have no clue what day and year. You guys aren't my kids, man. You knew it immediately. That's long term, though. That's long term memory being accessed there. And that was, I actually just kind of guessed. I mean, to be honest, like I knew, because Whedon was drafted. See, I'm trying to remember. Like, Whedon was a late draft pick. Manziel was a late draft pick. Quinn was a late draft pick, all in the first round. And the Browns drafted them like somewhere in the 20s, I feel like, all of them. Who was the 46th pick in the 2006 draft? I have no clue. Whedon was 27. Wait, 27 years old or the 27th pick? He was 27 years old, right? He was old. I remember he was old. Your best QB was picked in the second. Stop it. Stop it, Marcus. That is absolutely positively 100% false. Baker was Couch your favorite QB. No, Tim Couch is a bum, dude. No, Baker Mayfield. I feel like Mayfield. Okay, let's think. Before Baker Mayfield, I felt like Kelly Holcomb had a chance. Derek Anderson, he had a chance. I'm telling you, Derek Anderson's career was over. I went to go try to find this film, but I could never find it. It was the year after. It was in the 2008 season. Was it 2008? It would have been like 2007, 2008, whatever the hell it was. So Browns went 10-6 in 2007 with Derek Anderson as the quarterback. Then, the year after, I swear it was in a preseason game against the Carolina Panthers. Derek Anderson took some shot that, like, I think it like mentally disturbed him for the rest of his career. Like, he was just afraid to be in the pocket. Like, I don't know. He must have, I think he got hurt on the play too or something. Like, I just feel like it was something bad enough. It triggered something. And, like, his career was over after that. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. Trent Richardson greater than Nick Chubb. Okay, in your dreams. That's like saying Saquon Barkley's better than Nick Chubb. We know who's better between the two. Definitely Chubb, baby. Definitely Chubb. You know it, Donovan. You know it. All right, so I should be washing dishes. Who's the greatest QB to ever play? I don't know. I think that's subjective. I think like that's kind of a time period, a temporal question. DeShone Kizer, yes, absolutely. That's who I was thinking too. Either that or Jeff Garcia. Must be nice to have an O-line that block. Right, right. Hey man, you know, more picks than Manning. Donovan, I was really just giving you shit. I mean, whether or not I believe that, it doesn't really matter, but I was just messing around with you anyways. More picks than Manning. Less touchdowns than Brady. DeShone Kizer. Yeah, so he's somewhere in the middle. Now, Jeff Garcia, says the thing, you know, like certain Steve Young, you could make a case for Steve Young, Joe Montana. No one thinks about those guys though, right? Donovan, high five. That's what I'm talking about right there. Seneca fucking Wallace. Seneca Wallace, dude. Damn, I forgot about that dude. Remember he started for the Browns, but that was because someone was hurt. Let's not lie. You know, even though they have that list of like all the Browns starting quarterbacks since 1999, they list backups in there because like the main guy got knocked down. You know, if I'm not saying the list would necessarily be that much shorter if you eliminated guys starting because of injury, but it would still be not as long as that list that they have. So I feel like they kind of people portray that to be something a lot worse than what it really is. I'm not saying it's not bad, but they make it worse just because they list, well, oh, because like so and so went down, so this person had to start like one game or something, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, he's on the list of their starting quarterback since '99. That kind of paints the picture the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not logical to think about it that way. If they were named the starter because they felt the other quarterback, the previous quarterback, was that bad, that makes sense to put him on the list. Not because someone else got injured and they just happened to have to start for someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's with me? High five. Chad Henne, Cody Kessler. Cody Kessler, yeah. Who's that guy for who plays for New York now? Colt McCoy? Absolutely. First ballot Hall of Famer. I guarantee you, right now, Colt McCoy, quote me on this, Colt McCoy is going to get into the Hall of Fame before Eli Manning. Oh man. You quote me on that, Donovan. Mayfield started because of injury. Well, yes and no, because remember they had the following season they decided to make the change either way. They could have just as easily, but he was doing so well. So I mean, I get your point, but like he would have still been on the list the following season because he became the starter because it made sense, right? So yes, but if he hadn't even lasted because of say Tyrod Taylor came back in after the concussion because Baker wasn't playing that well, then yeah, I would say in that case you couldn't have counted that as him being a starting QB because they didn't just willingly name him starter because they had no other options or something, right? Danny Dimes scared of Colt McCoy taking his job. Oh God. Ooh, Jake Delhomme. Remember the Browns had Trent Dilfer too at one point. Who remembers that? The Browns had Jeff Garcia, Jake Delhomme, uh, Derek Anderson, Charlie Fry. God, I'm trying to remember. Like, who was everyone else that was in there? Like, well, obviously Colt McCoy, Brandon Weeden, Brady Quinn. Just think of all those people, those poor guys. The Browns ruined so many people's lives. Luke McCown. Luke McCown was actually, I respected Luke McCown actually, even though he was a terrible quarterback. Luke McCown, there's just something about that guy that's just like, I remember the season that he started. What was the season that he started? He thought it would be a good idea. I think it was like the second week of the season. God, Jason Campbell, Jesus Christ. Brian Hoyer, yeah. Jason Campbell, geez, yeah. Kevin Hogan. But see, Kevin Hogan he wasn't like named a starter because like they were like, oh yeah, Kevin Hogan's the future of the franchise. You know what I'm saying? Jason Campbell, they legitimately thought he could actually start. Bruce Gradkowski. Come on, dude. Okay, he didn't start because again, like that's what I'm saying. Like some of those guys, there was that one I can't remember. Like, and again, I don't get me wrong here. Like I just remember there was the one black guy. I feel like his name was like Thadaway or Thatting or something like that. Like I can't remember his name. He started like one game against Pittsburgh because like he was literally like the third quarterback on the depth chart, and the other two guys were injured before him, and he almost beat Pittsburgh. Like Dan Lewis, yes, that guy. Like, see, that's the thing for me. Like, he could have never been considered an actual Brown starting quarterback because the only reason why he was playing was because the other two guys before him were injured. You had no other option. So I mean to say like, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying is like he just played because of injury, but then people put him on that list, and it's just like, no, no, no. That's dumb because if you did that for any organization, the list would certainly be a little bit longer in some cases than what you're making it out to be, right? So I mean, it happens. You have injuries. Did you know Doug Peterson was a Browns QB? Was he really? I feel like maybe that's a thing, but I didn't like know. I mean, because you don't really when do you hear Doug Peterson be talking about getting talked about from a Browns historic perspective, right? It's usually like Otto Graham is like the only name that normally really comes up. Otto Graham. Um, and then obviously you have Kozar just because not well, and then Bernie Kosar of course, but then you have like Tim Couch because of um, you have Tim Couch because of him being the first quarterback drafted when they came back into the league. Blah blah blah. Did anyone see the CBS thing the other day on Twitter? It's funny. A lot of Browns fans were retweeting their post because they posted this thing saying that oh back in 1996 or 95 whenever the year that the Browns moved or prior to the following season when they were moved to Baltimore and were officially the Ravens, they posted Art Modell made the decision to fire Bill Belichick, and this is how many Super Bowls he won after that decision was made. I feel like Browns fans have always felt like the Browns were given that was under the Browns regime. That was under the Browns regime where they fired Bill Belichick. Like they associate that with Cleveland having made that decision. But so a lot of Browns fans are on there like, see, like finally someone got it right. It was actually the Ravens and Art Modell who made that decision. It didn't fall on Cleveland. Cleveland didn't fire Bill Belichick. And it's just like, I mean, I guess, okay. I mean, something crazy to be all like up in arms about, but see, now everyone has $5 million more to offer JJ Watt. What? Mary Kay Cabot just tweeted something about JJ Watt. I don't know if because if someone if because Cleveland or someone extended him an offer or something, but this should not be a thing. Why are we still waiting on this? Sorry, work related. All right, I should be washing dishes, and I'm not really getting much done. I'm sitting here interacting, which is kind of obviously what this forum is for, right? That's why I stream to interact with all of you lovely, enjoyable souls. Doug Peterson went 1-5 as a Brown starter. He's a sheep. Why is he a sheep? Remember when Vince Young? Wait, what? When Vince Young threw negative 12 yards, Baker became the oldest drafted defensive back ever in his upcoming draft. A defensive back? Why the hell would I be a defensive back, Alanitis? Hell to the no. Like coming from Ohio State University, Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker, the white touchdown maker, cornerback, defensive back, 40 years old. You just scored 66 points on the Bears with the GOAT Chase Daniels. Okay. Every Giant starting QB since I've been alive. Kerry Collins. Kerry Collins. He was a big deal originally. Jesse Palmer. I don't remember him. Eli, Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner started for the Giants? When the hell did that happen? Geno Smith. Oh, I remember that. Ben McAdoo benched Eli and Danny Dimes. Yeah, Victor would be nose tech. Yeah, okay, because clearly my weight would reflect that of someone who would be playing. Come on, man. What are you trying to make me some fat monster? Damn, dude. You guys are mean. You guys are mean. Just because I weigh 150, no, I'm playing. Just because I weigh 146 doesn't mean I should be playing nose tackle. You dorks. Can you imagine a 146-pound nose tackle? Dude, I would get bull rushed in like 2 seconds. I wouldn't even stand a chance against defensive linemen or offensive linemen for that matter. Like I wouldn't stand a chance against anyone on a line of scrimmage. Maybe I'd have a chance against the tight end. So there's no way I weigh more than you. I weigh 146, dude. Just checked this morning. So if I'm being generous towards you, I would weigh 147 to round it up. It was 146 point something, like 0.2 or some crap. You're 150. You fat ass. No, I mean 150. See, I'm uncomfortable at 150. Like, because usually when I weigh 150, I've got a gut, and I don't like the stomach because the stomach usually the relationship between a gut, having a wide stomach, that kind of translates to, hey, you end up having heart problems in the future because of stuff like that, right? So, I don't ever want to be in it. So, and I'm always just uncomfortable, like in my pants and everything. Like, just my body is uncomfortable when I have that extra weight. So, I don't like to weigh 150 at all. I got up to 148 recently because I just hadn't been watching my weight, and I was drinking Angry Orchard and stuff or apple juice instead, actually. But yeah, I've been drinking a lot of Angry Orchard, and so that's why I cut it out of my diet again. Haven't weighed myself in forever, so I don't know. That's fine. But yeah, I cut it out of my diet because like there's just too much sugar and stuff in there. Between I can't I don't know. Does Angry Orchard really have wheat in it? Does hard cider have wheat in it like regular beer does? I guess I never really looked, but I'm pretty sure it's got something like that, right? Can't just be sugar. Gained 3 pounds from Doritos and ice cream. Ill. Never mind, 107. I just checked. 107. You're a baby. You're such a baby. But you're like 12, right? Or 13? So I feel like that's about right for your age. If you weighed 150 at that age, then you better either be like a football player, or have a lot of muscle because God forbid if you weigh that much at your age, that means you need to cut down on the food, bruh. At 150, I'm 14 and I weigh 150. Like, what the? How the hell did that even happen? Like, mom must have not been watching your diet, feeding you too much B-dubs. Wink, wink. All right, soup's getting hot, which is good. I actually started warming it up kind of late, so 153. You monster. You monster. How do you gain? That doesn't make any sense. How do you gain 3 pounds from Doritos and ice cream? You had to like drink something too. You don't just gain. There's no way you gain 3 pounds from just eating a little bit of ice cream and Doritos. It's not enough. You have to, or it could be like again, it could be if you what clothes you're wearing. So like when I weigh myself, you're 5'11". Okay, so you're 2 inches taller than me. So that might make a little bit more sense for you than it does me. It also depends on how your weight's distributed, right? So I mean, as long as your weight's distributed appropriately, then you probably don't have anything to worry about. I'm 5'9", so like I mean, again, like you're maybe like here, right? Like a couple inches taller. So I mean, 150 might be fine for you. You're five. Oh, you're 6'3". That's right. You're a tall motherfucker. Like every QB in my lifetime. Oh my gosh. I don't think all the QBs in my lifetime for Browns QBs in my lifetime I could fit in one single YouTube message. That would span multiple messages for sure. Shut up, Baker. Shut up. I'm taller than Baker too. I just said. Again, like weight is kind of it's not really subjective, but it's based on your how tall you are and all that kind of stuff. And if it's a healthy weight, that's what matters. That's what matters with weight the most, right? Is if it's healthy for you. Just because one person weighs 150 and another person weighs 150 doesn't mean that 150 on the other person like makes sense because like if they're like 5'2" and they weigh 150, that might be kind of a problem. You may have a weight problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, but 150 on someone my height or Daniel's height, no F's given, right? Because that's not terrible. Like, it's not a bad body mass index to have. 300 pounds ain't healthy. Well, no, yeah, I mean, I think generally speaking, no 300 pounds isn't healthy, but that depends, right? Because football players can weigh 300 pounds, and that's because, like, one, they intentionally pack on weight. Two, a lot of it is muscle and it's not just fat. So if you had 300 pounds and it's all fat, then that's disgusting. Muscle, generally speaking, weighs more than fat. So unless you're Braun Strowman, right? Yeah, I mean, you have to unless you're eating, unless you're burning so many calories that you need to like have that much weight just to be able to maintain your figure, so to speak. Damn, I'm unhealthy by 2 pounds. What? Doesn't make it. What do you mean? Wait, are you serious? Did you like actually look that up? Like, because they do have those calculators where you can just say like, "Hey, I'm. This is my height. This is how old I am. How much should I weigh?" And they have like they usually give you like a general like weight range, like what your BMI should be for your age and height. So that's one way to kind of judge it as well as body mass index calculators. The healthy weight for a 5'11" person is 155. Well, time to go to Wendy's. Right. Well, and again, like it's all the and at that point it's subjective. It's like what are you comfortable with, right? Because like I said, for me, 150 might be fine for someone my age and my height, but I know how I feel when I weigh that much, and I don't like it. So I try not to weigh that much. So I will do anything in my power to not weigh that much, and if that means I need to cut out drinking Angry Orchard every night, then that's what I need to do because I just that just means I'm consuming too much sugar. And that alone right there will instantly help you gain weight. I mean, if you want to gain fat, just consume sugar all the time. That's the easiest way to gain fat. No problem at all. Because then that starts getting stored in your body. Your body starts storing the sugar and starts turning it into fat. And then your body starts using that as a means to like, you know, feed itself essentially. So no, Baker, we need to get drafted this year, right? No, I don't want to. Trust me, I don't want to get bigger. Oh, you're trying to get me to get bigger because you want me to get drafted. I think. So you need more. You need a higher BMI right now, man. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, actually, this doesn't look that bad, dude. I'm telling you, these pans. If you guys don't have parents that have these pans, these are those red copper pans. I am telling you, these things are worth it. Oh, hi, son. How are you? Baker is healthy by 3 pounds. See, look at that. Look at that. So what does that mean? Like the healthy weight for me is like 149. That should be like the max weight for me at my age and height. Because I believe age plays a factor into it too. Like, because they just kind of assume that over time your cardiovascular system or your no, I don't want to say cardiovascular system, but your what the hell is that called? A 5'9" person should be 144. What? Wait, as like just on average, or is that kind of like a mid range? Like usually they have a low and a high. Like this is a range, not just a number. There's usually a range somewhere there. Because 144, like I've gone to the doctor before and they've weighed me at 150 and they're not like, dude, you're fat. Like you need to lose weight. Or low is 144, high is 177. Okay, I was gonna say, like, there's no way. So I'm like on the lower end of the spectrum. So like when I weigh less than 144, then people should worry. But even then, I don't worry because I feel good when I weigh less than I feel good when I weigh that little. Like I don't feel like I'm starving or my body's like trying to get calories or anything like that. I feel good. So I mean that's what matters too, right? I mean, but yeah, because I've never been weighed at 150 and the doctor's being like, "Oh my god, dude, like you need to seriously consider going on a diet." Like that's what I'm saying. When you said 144, I'm like thinking, what? Yeah, so 144 being low end. So like, yeah, I'm basically there. You're below your weight class. Should you be worried you're not 155? Oh no, why? Why would you know? And as long as you don't feel like as long as you're not starving yourself and you feel good, That's what matters. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all, again, at some point it starts becoming subjective and less of a science. Don't drink diet soda is actually worse for you. Well, no, yes, I understand that totally. That's why I don't drink pop at all. Like that's the easiest thing you can do. Just don't drink it at all. Drink water. I drink tea. I drink water. I drink coffee. I drink alcohol. Like those are the things I drink. I don't drink pop like hardly ever. Like if I go into a restaurant, maybe I'll get some pop, maybe. But even then, like I usually find something else. Like I order a beer or I order Angry Orchard or something. Like it's very rare while I'll order pop. Or like when Preston comes up here, like I'll buy like some Canada Dry or something like that. I feel like I bought the last time when he was up here, the lemonade Canada Dry, but that's ginger ale. Now, granted, yes, it's got a lot of sugar, but it's also ginger ale, so it's settling on your stomach. That's usually why, like, if I do buy pop, it's ginger ale because then it's quote unquote good for you, kind of, but it's still a lot of sugar either way. So yeah, so that's why I just don't buy it at all because there was a point where I used to buy pop every week. Like I'd buy Sierra Mist and stuff like that, and then I just got to the point where I'm just like, meh, I don't need it. Cut it out of my diet, and I never look back. I don't ever sit here and think like, oh man, I really need a pop. I finally just got to the point where it just became part of, it's that thing when you develop a habit for something. You develop a habit of not drinking pop and not doing this or not doing that or doing this and doing that. Like it just becomes a staple of who you become, and then you don't consciously think about it. You just do those things or don't do those things. So that's the best thing that you can do as a human being. If you're trying to change something about yourself, wait, now I remember this is why like my metabolism is fast, stupid fast. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for earlier, is that your metabolism, that's why they usually BMI is dependent on age and height, because as you get older, your BMI or your metabolism is expected to slow down. My metabolism is actually very high. So like when I get it to 150, it seems like I can't get past 150. Like the only time I weigh more than 150 is like if I went on a cruise and then I come or some type of vacation where you just eat a lot or whatever, you're not necessarily exercising as much. Um, I'll weigh over 150, but like then my body just like normalized. Like I can do no exercise whatsoever, and my body will just normalize back to 150. So like usually, even if I lose control of my diet completely, just like I did for the last like 2 months or so, I've never weighed 150 or more. Like my body just kind of like the metabolism that I have just in general is just has always kept me fit. So I remember my ex used to get so upset with me about that. I mean, not that it's something to be upset about, but like a lot of people aren't blessed with that kind of metabolism. They're just like, shit, I wish I could eat the way you could. Like, 'cause I could eat anything. I could eat anything I wanted, and I don't really gain weight from it. Like, it's temporary gain, but like my body, again, it just kind of normalizes. Turk, I'm jealous. Wait, what? Oh, Trey. Trey's a bum. Don't just ignore him. He's 14. Yeah, Caleb, we're talking about like weights and what weight's appropriate for your height and age and metabolism and blah 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 blah. I'm blessed that my metabolism is stupid. Yeah, you just gotta be careful with it, right? I mean, I just been fortunate that even at this age, at 40, that like it's still fast enough where my body, even though I eat like shit sometimes, like it's just like, bro, there's no way I'm letting you get past 150. Like, I just feel like I'm doing that with my mind. Maybe if I start to focus more on like, okay, 145, like, then my body will just like, but no, it doesn't work that way. Like, I literally have to stay under 150, to push myself below 150. I have to actually try to do that. That's not something that will just happen. So I have to like be self-conscious, eat appropriately, have a good diet. Yes, I'm saying diet. I will always say diet, no matter how much. Hey, baby. Um, I will always say diet because I know people hate that word, but a diet is a diet. It doesn't mean that you're not eating stuff um, like you're cutting stuff out. That's not what a diet means. A diet is just like what you eat every day. A diet's got to be a lifestyle. It's got to be a choice, a life choice that you make, and you decide what that diet is and what it consists of. That's what a diet is. But people always get kind of confused. Like diet, oh, that means you're just like, oh, what are you cutting out of your diet? Are you cutting out carbs? Or what are you not eating? My diet just happens to involve not eating that much sugar because sugar is the one way that you will get fat and stay fat. Like that's just what it is. Barbecue and macaroni every day. Stop, Mike. You're lying. Baker making my rabbit stew tonight. No, I'm eating leftover soup. So I got it. I said I need to put it on warm right now because I had it on high just so that it would get nice and hot and ready for me to eat eventually. But yeah, I got leftover soup still. So I feel like I got enough for tonight and probably tomorrow. Well, tomorrow night I'm eating. Tomorrow night I'm going on my date, so I'll have enough for tonight. I can probably eat some for lunch tomorrow if I wanted, just to get something to eat. Is there any juice I can drink? I don't know. I got some apple juice. You want some apple juice? What's up, King? Okay, so I literally have made no progress. I've made very little progress on actual dishwashing this whole time. A day who's lucky, man. Okay, you weren't the first to say that, and you probably won't be the last. Actually, I thought you were, JJ. Didn't we talk about this? So you lied. I mean, juice that isn't unhealthy. What do you mean I lied? Hold on, I'm confused. When did I lie, Mike? When did I lie? What did I lie about exactly? You apple juice is gross, orange juice is better. Dude, you know, okay, Alanitis. All right. YouTube's not allowed to hear this. But let me let you in on a little secret, Alanitis. Apple juice is code word for Angry Orchard. Why does my phone keep buzzing, but I'm not getting... I don't understand. I'm confused. My phone keeps buzzing like I'm getting texted or something, but then I don't see text messages coming through, so I'm a little confused why it keeps buzzing like that. So what's going on with this? I'm kind of confused here. Oh, partially passed. Wait, what? Um, sorry. Okay, fair enough. Non-disclosure agreement signed. Nice. Yes. Title says dishes. I mean, I'm still washing dishes. I've been rinsing them out, but I haven't actually washed anything yet. I've just been rinsing stuff out. So I've got all my, well, I'm not even going to show you because that would be gross. But I've got my stuff rinsed out. You acting like I can't make my own booze. I'll leave the apple juice in the hot sun and we'll see who is laughing. Ew. Really? You think you're gonna ferment it enough to turn it into alcohol? Is that your plan, Daniel? You know, speaking of Daniel, I need to order some more of that popcorn, actually. I think that girl I'm dating, if I got some, she would really like that popcorn. I mean, I really like the popcorn, so... Interesting. Wait, hold on. What's interesting? Remember, kids, hot fruit equals alcohol. You know, you need to be more specific about that, though, because... I could see kids leaving bananas out in the hot sun, and that would just result in a very rotten banana that smells like shit. The apple juice thing, right? I would offer it to you, but I graduated a year ago. No, I know the website to go to. It's that Double Good popcorn. So dude, I already know. Like I got it in my head. I just need to go order some. I told you. I think I ordered. I think I told you I ordered some after your whole like thing that you had, just because I liked it that much. And I was like, hey, this is actually really good. So I got some more. That chocolate kind that they have, like with the toffee or whatever the heck it was. Whatever flavor it was, like chocolate caramel or caramel, something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it was good. It was spot on, man. I just would never do white chocolate popcorn. That just sounds ugh. White chocolate in general is just disgusting. So to have it on popcorn, that is even more disgusting. Actually, you know what? Let me excuse me. Sorry for coughing your ears. I need to message someone here. I don't know. The starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. What? So, guys, what is everyone doing? What are you guys doing tonight? Remember, kids, 6 Carolina Reapers a day keeps the depressing thoughts of that crappy date away. Oh, you're gonna cry looking for. Why are you, Mike? Why are you? You know what? Okay, I'm not even gonna give you the enjoyment of that anymore. Any comment related to Melinda, I'm just gonna ignore. You're gonna cry and play Minecraft. Why? Would you do one chip challenge? What the hell is that? Is that like where you just eat a chip a day or something? Looking for Belarus. Yeah. So I was talking, I was going back and forth with Lauren today, and one of the things I found was very interesting that she had said was that it's Carolina Reaper pepper chip. Oh fuck no. 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 I would not eat any. I don't eat spicy stuff, dude. I can't do it. I would just be dead inside and out. Like it would cripple me to do that. Like seriously, it would cripple me to do that. My stomach, I would just be dead if I even tried that. Like the spiciness is one thing. I don't necessarily mind spiciness, but the problem is that my stomach cannot handle it. I just can't. So I just don't eat it. Michael, I used the wrong steroid. What the- he used like estrogen or something like that. Like what? What? Like what? He did something to like get him to produce estrogen faster at a higher rate or something. Uh, no, seriously, I'm trying to grow my beard. Mike, you do not even have anything that remotely resembles a beard. You're as good as growing a beard as I am, and that's not good at all. So I mean, if I compare your beard to mine, you don't even try it, Mike. It's not even worth it. It's not worth your time. And that doesn't make sense. How do you grow your beard? You just let it grow and then you trim it and keep it. You upkeep. You'll take a pic of what I have. What you have? Okay. Not that I'll be able to see it. Who's a Vela? Hmm. I don't know. Honestly, I've had a beard for a good 3 years now. Can we go to the water park? You in this water park? It depends, dude. I mean, if it's first off, let's not pretend. First off, we need to get out of our minds that Cedar Point is even open. Like, let's not. I don't even want to put that in my head because I don't want to. be disappointed if it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't trust anything about amusement parks right now. We don't even know what they're gonna do or if they're even gonna stay open, be open on time, all that stuff. Like, I don't even want to do it. Oh, Mike, Lauren talked to me about you today, actually, indirectly. I asked her today, I said, has anyone ever tried to use pickup lines on you? And she says, yes. And I said, really? I didn't ask her what the pickup lines were, but she willingly shared the pickup line. Some guy, like, he went and touched her hand and said, or no, he said, hey, can I touch you so that I can tell my friends I've been touched by an angel? And I said, that reminds me of something that Mike would say. And I told her, I said, I got this guy as part of my YouTube community that always has these terrible pickup lines and he thinks they're so great. I'm just like, that's like one of them right there. That's something Mike would say. I'm writing, I'm writing that down. Stop it, Mike. That's awful. And she's like, and she said literally, League of Legends, absolutely not. I've never played League of. I know what it is, but I've never played it in my life. Um, Animal Breeze, everyone keep it away from China. What the heck? Um, she said that she literally just busted up laughing in the dude's face, like literally just laughing hysterically. And she's like, I felt so bad, but it's just like it was such a terrible pickup line. And I'm like, I agree. I couldn't agree more. And I just kind of jokingly said, I've always wondered what kind of woman that those pickup lines work on. And I said, probably drunk women, probably drunk ones. Because honestly, or women that are just trying to get laid. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like if you took for every time that a guy used a pickup line like that, which rank are you in Rocket League? Dude, I'm not ranked anything. I don't play ranked, man. I just play Rocket League for fun, just to chill out and just have fun with people from the community. I don't play ranked. I don't play competitively. I don't even try to play competitively. Probably ugly ones. No, I feel like some women go out and they're just like, just like guys, right? Some people go out and they're just like, I'm just trying to get laid tonight. Like I don't care who it is. So like some guys, so you could end up approaching a woman who just is like in her mind, she's just trying to get laid. So you go up to her, you're like, hey baby, like, do you believe in love at first sight? And she's like, oh yes. And then you kind of get like that whole you kind of get flirtatious and that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the pickup line may just work because she was just trying to get laid, and so she's kind of playing in your ridiculousness and is willing to go along with it just so that she can get laid. Like apparently you're attractive enough that she's willing to fulfill like your decide to fulfill your ego and thinking that those lines actually work. Do you like cross country? Because I would border hop for you. Okay. Why wouldn't that work for every woman? Because come on, please. Please tell me you're not serious about that. Because most women, respectable women, have standards. They have more pride than that. If those pickup, so let's just put it straight. If you give a woman one of those pickup lines, if you deliver one of those pickup lines to a woman and it works, chances are that is not someone you're gonna marry. If it does, I feel sorry for you. um oh my god, stop it, Mike. You're terrible. Just terrible. Ye women got them standards. So should guys. Guys have standards too, right? What if some woman came up to you and used that pickup line? JJ'd be like, "Ooh, I'm so happy. A woman recognized me." JJ's grows to be another Mike, the Mexican Mike. Baker sitting at those Madden conventions with all them little 13-year-old kids who think they're actually winning at a quality game. You're gonna be no, you're gonna be a pickup line artist. You're Mexican Mike. Just a cheesy pickup line giving guy. I would ask her if she's Belarusian. Hey, baby, you Belarusian? No? Okay, well then. This conversation's over. Okay, not even worth having this conversation here. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, you're just not the correct nationality to be hot enough for me. Okay, okay. That's the way Daniel approaches it. You're just not hot, you just don't have the nationality to be hot enough for me. It's just not in your blood to be sexy. It's just not in your blood. No, but to be honest, but for real, like the conversations that Laura and I were having today, like we were texting back and forth a lot, and I was actually like, I was enjoying our conversation. We had, I was asking. Actually, I kind of saved some questions to the end because I'm trying to save some things to talk about for our date tomorrow night. Which, by the way, we're going to some seafood place, so that should be really good, I'm sure. She said she's never been there before, though, so she goes, well, I've never been there before, so, hopefully it's good. And I said, well, if it's not good, we know who to blame. So, you kind of have that. But, yeah, I mean, it was just good conversation. She was telling me some things about herself that kind of aligned. Again, it's just like, the more like I talk to her about things and the more like we kind of loosen up and kind of get to know each other more, like it's just like, wow, like you're like that, I've been kind of like that too. I would ask her, Baker, some people says looks don't matter, well they are liars. Yes and no. I mean, like I said, I've already explained this whole thing. JJ. And if you were here, I'm sorry, but I feel like you've been there live me when I've explained how the whole look system works. Looks in life is there's like a tier system. I feel like you've heard me say this before. I don't want to repeat it if you've heard me say it before. I think you should play Among Us. It might help grow the channel. I mean, I don't know if I want to grow the channel with it, but I don't know. I mean, it could have. I bought the game. I just never had played it yet. I actually own it. I own it on Steam, so I can host or whatever. It's cross-platform, right? If it's not, well then that sucks. But I feel like it was. I think someone told me it was. That's why I bought it on Steam. But I do own the game. I just haven't played it ever, even by myself. But yeah, I feel like the more I talk to her, the more it's just like, wow, we got that in common too. Like, we have a lot of stuff in common. It's just crazy, I guess I never really thought that I guess I would have stuff in common, like, with someone else other than Natasha. I felt like her and I had a lot in common. But then it turns out that, like, she kind of, I guess in a way she kind of lied about who she was as a person. So, there's that, but I mean, I guess aside from that, we had a lot in common, and she, there were certain things that she did. Yeah, I know, dude, I know, man. It just sucks. Arg. But yeah, you asked who Lauren was. Lauren is the girl that I'm dating now. Like, we're actually we're gonna have our third date on Friday. So I met her off of eHarmony. Like, literally the first person I started talking to on eHarmony, I think, and like we talked. It was like a Wednesday we started talking, and by the weekend we set up a date for the following Wednesday. So it was, we click for sure, and we have a lot of common interests and stuff like that, and so hey, I mean, you want to be together with someone that you can relate to. Right? I mean, that's the ultimate. I mean, let's just say the ultimate goal, but I mean, it is a goal, right? You just want someone where you have shared interests and, from in a multitude of levels, just the things you're interested in. Mike and I only go for 10s. Well, yeah, no wonder why looks matter. Oh yeah, so you heard the thing about the tier system. I didn't see if you replied, but like, you have a tier system when it comes to looks, It's just that if a girl looks a certain way, if she's extremely attractive, then it's very likely that there's only a certain type of guy that's going to be attractive enough for her. So, like, attractive people date attractive people, or attractive people relative to that tier of attractiveness. So that should make sense in some way, shape, or form to you. I don't feel like I need to explain it beyond that. Yes, you. Yes, you what? Yes, you that they should the extremely attractive women should be attracted to you. Sorry, that's not how it works. I mean, that's how a lot of guys would like to think, but like that's not that's not reality, dude. You know, unless other people can look at you and say, "Oh wow, like that's a nice looking dude." You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell me that like you've never seen another guy say, "Wow, that's a nice looking guy." Like not like in a way like I'm trying to smash this guy or something. Just like yeah, I feel like other guys can look at other guys. Guys can look at other guys and say, "Wow, okay, that's a nice looking guy. Like he just looks nice." Like you know, and sometimes you can potentially be envious. Yeah, Baker, I tell you that every day. No, you don't. Stop it. But you said your personality is trash. Well, that doesn't help. You know, women. That's sus, right? Me trying to pick up Asian women. Hey, baby, will you be the rice to my real? Dude, come on. That's a handsome guy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you can look at a guy and be like, wow, like he looks nice. Like he looks like a clean cut dude. Like you just know. Like if people don't look at you like that, then you're not attractive. I mean, that is the most blunt way to put that. You are not attractive if people can't look at you and be like, wow, that's a nice looking guy. You know, there's no one who objectively looks at me unless they're actually like interested in maybe a couple of things, but like there's no one that looks at me and says like, wow, that's a clean cut dude. Like he could be like a movie star, or he could, you know, he could act in movies, or he could be like, oh, is he like a singer? Is he like a radio personality? Is he a public figure? You know what I'm saying? Like there's just certain people that have the look, and if you don't have the look, then you are scum. I mean, it's the reality. It's just that's how life is, man. You are scum. If you do not have the look, you are scum. And unfortunately, you cannot change the way you look unless you're going to do. How do you know what handsome look like? Well, I mean, so again, beauty, as I say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Beauty, the attractiveness of someone is subjective. It really is, and that's what I'm saying. But like you've never seen. How many times have you seen a very attractive woman paired up with some guy who was just like butt fucking ugly? Like you're just like, dude, this guy reminds me of my asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really see that, right? I mean, not even with celebrities. Now, granted, you know, yeah, I mean, so like not even with celebrities you see that. So I will go to the gym and tell a guy no homo, but you're handsome. Stop lying. Can you imagine like, hey, do you mind if hey, nice pecs, man. Can I work out with you? Can we go to the back room, change in the locker room together? Can we go change in the locker room together, baby? While you pump some iron, you pump my iron. Anyways, okay. Anyways, so so there's beauty is certainly in the eye of the beholder. So attractiveness is subjective, absolutely. But I'm just saying that you've never seen like if you've seen an ugly girl, then you know the guy she's with is gonna be ugly. Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, right? You know what I'm talking about. You can't tell me that you don't understand exactly what I'm saying. If you think about all the couples that you've seen walking around, like holding hands at a park or at an amusement park or anywhere where you see couples, like out at a restaurant, you're just like, yeah, they make sense for one another. They look similar. Like you don't ever see someone who's like really attractive with some guy that's just kind of like, and if you do, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. You know, maybe sometimes a guy either it's money or it's because the guy just has a really great personality and maybe he's a very outgoing person and blah 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 blah, right? I mean, my mom said she would get home at 4 and isn't home yet. I think she died. I mean, maybe you should check on her. Maybe she choked on a chicken wing. Maybe she stopped for a quickie at boyfriend's house, you know? Make her a little sus when it comes to pickup lines. What do you mean? I'm not trying to. What are you talking about? I don't use pickup lines. I don't need to use pickup lines. Here's the thing, guys. The best thing that you can do And I know this is like so cliche, but I am telling you, the best thing that you can do to win a woman over is to be yourself. I know it's cliche as fudge, and you're like, Baker, like, dude, I've heard that before. That's not. There's no way that's true. You're making that shit up. I'm telling you, if they are the right person for you, you can be who you are, and they will not give a shit. They will embrace it. If there's something to be had there, they will embrace you for who you are, how you look, even if you're butt ugly. It doesn't matter. Have you seen Mortal Kombat? No, I have not. Baker, what was it like when you fought in the Cold Wars? Shut up. When you fought in the Cold Wars. You're stupid. That wasn't an actual war. Genius. Stop it. Oh, I think she's home. Oh, God. Trey, if she's extra smiley, then you know she stopped and got laid, okay? I'm just telling you. Either that or the chicken wings are really good tonight. Mom comes in, she's all like perky and stuff. And you're like, Mom, did you go get laid? She'd be like, Trey Myers, how could you ask me that, son? You should know about that. Didn't you know March through Siberia in the winter? What? Yeah, okay. Siberia, really the coldest place on Earth where people go to die, just like the Las Vegas Raiders. Anyways. That's pretty funny. Like John Gruden's career. Womp womp. See what I did there? Kind of brought it back to the beginning where Mike started. Of course, I did. Why do you ask, Trey? Right. Well, Mom, I'd like to know a few things about sex, penis, vagina. That's Trey. You know that's Trey. That is totally Trey. He's like, poo poo pee pee. He's still alive, dumbass. Wait, what? John Gruden? Didn't OBJ die on the Browns? Dude, OBJ died like within the last 2 years of being a New York Giant. So don't try to push down that shit about OBJ dying on the Browns to Cleveland. Like that was already a thing. He was already falling off. Why do you think they were so willing to trade him? Oh shit! Wait! Did you know at one point Pepsi had the 6th largest military in the world? Wait, what? No, stop it. Updated was just a neighbors. Incoming 9-year-olds, threesome night. Wait, what? I'm so confused what's happening here. Why are 9-year-olds incoming? I'm so confused. Search it up right now. That doesn't make any sense. Why? How the hell do they have an army? How did Pepsi have an army? That doesn't make any sense. I can't search it. I'm on my freaking work phone. I dare you, Baker. I double dare you. Why? This is really just frustrating, you know? Sometimes work, why does work have to be so complicated sometimes? It really should never be this complicated. Work should never cause so much anxiety just for someone to just say, yes, I approve of this to happen. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't be that anxious. When the 24-hour stream? I don't know, man. They traded for warships because they couldn't pay some country. What? Okay. OBJ will touch the end zone on the last second of of regulation in Super Bowl 56. Ooh, some bullshit. He will touch it as a fan. Wow. Boom. Done explained it. Okay. So right now the time. Okay. Dude, you guys are buttheads. You're weird, Daniel. But thank you for introducing me to that popcorn, though. Like, not gonna lie, the popcorn's still good. Popcorn's still good. I'll give you that. You get 100% credit for that. All right. So I started. At least I got some things washed. Sorry, I keep trying to like. I don't want to keep the water running while I'm kind of like doing my little aside here, talking to you guys. All you guys complaining about you're not lying. I didn't say you were. Marcus just explained it. Marcus just explained it. I didn't say you were lying, did I? When did I say that, Daniel? I never said that. So, Daniel, how are you liking? You know what? How are you liking Pittsburgh right now? Actually, I heard you guys got dumped on pretty recent. Someone over in that area from work said that they got like 6 inches one night, and then there were like the next night there were like another 3 inches of snow on top of that or some shit. How are you enjoying Pittsburgh in contrast to Texas? Oh, well, technically speaking, it doesn't sound like they're having a great time down there either in Texas. So, maybe you're better off where you're at. With that one mayor, going all retard mode. Every day I wake up to snow, and I wish I bought a flame. Texas must be nice right now, right? Yeah. Oh, except for all the snow down there, and except for the retarded mayor. Did you hear about that story, Daniel? The guy who's like, "Oh, you guys don't need no government. Stop trying to ask for government handouts and all this crazy shit." Like, with the people that are like having blackouts and stuff like that. It's just like, dude, why are you like, are you that incompetent? Like, dude, Donald Trump's not in office anymore. You can't just say stuff like that and expect that you're gonna have, like Joe Biden, for example, come out and say, "Oh yeah, that guy's right." Like, no one's gonna come out and back you up on that. Your incompetence, the incompetence that existed during the Trump era is no longer allowed. No one will tolerate that stuff. And that guy, he was forced to resign as mayor because of his comments. Because you just don't say that's the right thing to do too. Like, you just don't say dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But Trump did it for 4 years, and there were still people going, "Yeehaw, Trump's my president." But anyways, that's besides the point. So yeah, that guy. So Texas has gone crazy. I guess that's my ultimate point. Texas has gone crazy. Snow and blackouts and mayors that don't give a shit about their people. Texas got 3 inches of snow and want to act like it's the end of the world. I know. Well, we've seen JJ in here. Oh my God, it's like 30 degrees. It's so cold outside. Dude, like, you didn't realize, like, the other day it was like 5 when I woke up. It was 5 degrees when I woke up one morning. Okay, like 30 degrees is not that cold. 30 degrees is kind of like, I'm gonna go take my garbage out in my pajamas even without a hoodie on, up here in Ohio. JJ's like, "Shit, I got my snowsuit on, my big mittens." It was 2 degrees for you. Meanwhile, yesterday was -1. Yeah, the feels like it's been crazy too. The senator was called out for going to Cancun. Yeah, that was Ted Cruz. That was Ted Cruz, Daniel. The guy who's always like, "Oh yeah, my fellow Texans, I support you all." Yeah, Ted Cruz is the one getting caught going to Cancun, and he abandoned Texas during this kind of sort of time of need. He's just like, "See ya." I'm the Honorable Ted Cruz, guys. The Honorable Ted Cruz. Just kidding, that's not what they call him anyway, so there's no honor in politics. So I learned today that Lauren's favorite colors are pink and red. She said some other color. I can't remember what the other color was. So I learned her favorite colors. I asked her that because I never actually asked her that before. I was just kind of asking like quote unquote silly questions. Because I'm trying to save, I'm trying to make sure we have something meaningful to talk about tomorrow too, which I'm sure we definitely do. So I asked her what her favorite color was. I asked her, one question you should always ask women. I feel like this is how you find out something about people. You find out what their aspirations are and their hopes and their dreams are just by asking very subtle, stupid questions. And I'm not talking about what your favorite color is. What's your brow size? No, that you can just, that if you see them in person, you can just eyeball it, right? I mean, you know what you're working with just by seeing them in person one time. Like, you don't really need to ask. But No, like one of the questions I like to ask is, and again, that's once you really start like texting and you've met them or something once, right? Like I ask, if you could know the certain answer to one question, what would your question be? So like if you knew without a doubt the answer to one question, what would you ask? So that's always good to know. What are you most grateful for in life? Um, the other relationship specific question that you would ask is, here we have the son of undocumented Cuban from Canada, the center of Texas. Government, everyone. My question would be, was Super Bowl 51 rigged? Really? That would be your question? Okay. Again, this is for people that are my age, like not little kids. That's because wow. If you wanted to know any question for your entire life, that's the question you want to know the answer to, Trey. Was Super Bowl 51 rigged? Wow. Not like, hey, what career am I going to have in life? Am I going to have a lot of money? Am I going to marry someone? Am I going to be successful? Am I going to have a family? Am I going to grow up to be a fucking bum? I think my question is good. Sup, babe? Name every Titan starter since Steve McNair. Wait, that's your question? I didn't. Did you have another question? That wasn't really a question. Right? Oh, your question about the bra size? Is that what that would be your question? Mommy don't really, yeah. So Super Bowl 51 is your utmost priority in life. Oh my goodness. Oh man. That doesn't make any sense. You guys got issues, man. You guys got issues. Okay, so what is it? I don't know. I'm not even gonna ask. I'm not even gonna um facilitate carrying that on longer than it needs to be carried on. You guys are goofballs. My question: do you like Mexicans that argue about? That's a two-part question, so that's not a question. That is two questions. You can only ask one of them. And first off, the answer to that is always going to be no, because I'd be very surprised if somewhere in this world there is. Oh, do you like Mexicans? So, but still, that's still a two-part question. So you can only know the answer to one of those. So I remember when I asked her that question, though, she came back with, well, there's the one about being certain about something. She came back with, well, that's a tough question because there's so many things I would want to know the answer to. And I said, okay. And so she said, I have to think about that one. I said, okay. And that's why I said, that's why it's important, because you want to know because that tells you what is extremely important to that person so much that they really need to know the definitive answer to it. That's why it's a very powerful question when it comes to dating, at least. Or just getting to know someone that's not a child. I'm going to put it that way. And so then she came back with like, I can't remember what it was. It was just like, well, I would want to kind of know the answer to this, and it was a very generic. It was a very vague response, and I said, okay, well, what about that do you want to know? Or something, and she goes, okay, this, and I'm like, okay, it was kind of good enough, but it was still not specific, so it was still very generic, and I'm like, okay, well, what about that though? And then so, like this or that, I kind of threw some things out. People say they like it because they done live here. Wait, what? It's ass over there. Why do you think everyone jumping over here? Yeah, fuck Mexico. What's happening? I don't know, man. What's happening? I have two goals in life: to swim to the blue whales and to annoy the Queen's Guard with Mexican music. The Queen's Guard? What the heck? What is this, Game of Thrones? What's happening? I don't know. What's happening, man? What's up with you? You tell me. But yeah, so I finally so then after she sort of answered my question, I said, you know what? You're probably one of those people that get asked the question about, okay, if you're finishing homework up, well, that's cool. Do I know you somehow? Have you been here before? Because I feel like no, I don't recognize the name. So if you have been, I don't recognize the name. Um, no, you've not been here before. Okay. All right, fair enough. That's fine. Good. Well, welcome. Finishing up homework for what? Like, are you another kid? I'm betting you are. You are another kid in this stream, and that's fine. Just this is a stream full of children, mainly, mainly teenagers, mainly. So I'm used to it. Can we play Fortnite? Stop. English and math. Like what grade? Your worst subject. Are you from the US? I'm assuming you are, right? Sometimes we get people from different countries, so you never know. On occasion. It's taking forever to wash these dishes. Yeah, US? Okay. Alright. Not that it really matters, but good to know where people are from. So we can try to relate. Or not. Imagine not chugging maple syrup. Ew. You know what? I'm thinking about my mom is actually on vacation. She's actually out of town this week, and I feel like I'm going to go to Bob Evans tomorrow morning anyways, since we went back this past Friday. So now the guy's probably going to expect that we're coming back every week now, because he's like, oh God, I can't believe I remembered you guys, and he remembered our orders. Did I tell you guys that? We went there and the guy still remembered our orders. He was like, oh yeah, okay, you want this and you want that? I was just like, dude, we haven't been here in like 2 months. Yeah, we went back there. We haven't been there in like 2 months, and the guy remembered our orders to the T. Like maybe he had a minute detail kind of flipped, like who wanted their steak cooked how, but like, or he said he wanted to try to give me hash browns instead of home fries. That was the one thing that he messed up on. But like literally, he knew our order. Like we don't even have to order. We don't even have to place our order. He literally just says, "Okay, this is what you want, right?" And we're just like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, I got you." Like we don't even have to say, "Oh, I want my steak and this, that." No, he just knows. It's just the craziest thing. And the fact that he remembered that after 2 months, just crazy. We were just like mind blown. Some black dude too. Like the guy's very nice. Very nice. I think he replaced. He probably is super well. Apparently, he must not smoke weed. His name's Michael. No, it's not. He must not smoke weed though. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, the dude's crazy. Like just crazy good. I mean. Yeah, not crazy in a bad way. Crazy good. Like I just we couldn't believe that. Oh. I joke with my mom that because like one time someone had asked, I can't remember, someone was like saying like, or maybe I was joking that she was like interested in him or something like that, and then we found out like he has a girlfriend or something, or he mentioned something about like his girlfriend or his fiance or wife or something like that, and I was like, well, there you go, Mom, he's taken. She just kind of laughed. I'm like, I guess that one's out off the table for you. Dude, I'm telling you, these pans, like I said, if your parents don't have these pans, get them. You could leave the nastiest stuff in these pans, and not that I did. You could leave the nastiest stuff in these pans for days, probably even weeks. And you go to clean out these pans, they're non-stick, red copper pans, it'll just come right out. Like literally just wipe it out. You just add some water, just slides right out. It's just freaking, these things are insane quality pans. For like $80, you get a set. Cruz got fat. Wait, what? Who's Cruz? Oh, Ted Cruz? Yeah, well, he's been fat. What do you mean he got fat? He's been fat. Ted Cruz is a fat monster. I mean, it's probably because, I mean, to be honest, it was probably all the stress caused by Donald Trump. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like that's what it was. he got fat because he was always so stressed out, probably ate so damn much under Donald Trump. I swear to you that I feel like America, the anxiety had increased in America under Donald Trump because you never knew what you were going to wake up to the next morning. Like, oh my God, what did he tweet? Did he threaten Kim Jong-un? Is he calling him Little Rocket Man? Are we going to get bombed? Are we going to get nuked? You know, who's he going to piss off today? Like, is he going to send the KKK on everyone or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, there was always some shit that you always seemed like you had to be worried about. But now, like, that's why I feel like for me, I don't really pay attention to politics that much anymore. And I'm fine with that. Politics should not be a thing that is injected into our everyday lives. Politics suck. Politics, I think I said this before, politics is like religion. People are willing to die for it for no apparent reason, just because someone says you should, or you're fighting for some core belief of your party for some unoriginal reason other than the fact that, like, hey, this is just what we do. It's just, politics is absurd. There's never any logic involved in politics either. You can't reason with anyone on anything, hardly. So, I mean, politics is for people who are inhumane, I guess. I don't know, like, if you like to punch babies and you like to punch animals, or be like Cam and watch animals just sit there and die in front of your face for a week, you know, then maybe politics is for you. Like, maybe you should get into politics. But I mean, but seriously, like, there's never anything good about politics. I mean, it's interesting. Twitch, what? There's been more weight gain since 2016 election? Are you serious? Stop lying. Stop lying. Well, but, okay, but to be fair, how much, if that was actually a thing, how much of that was in 2020 versus the years prior? Because we got to keep in mind that obviously in 2020 and still now, most people are working from home. They're not going out as much. They're staying indoors. People aren't as active as they were before because you really just can't be, right? So, I mean, not everyone's not doing the same stuff. So 2020 is like the anomaly. It has to be thrown out. So like 2016, 2017, no, 2017, 2018, 2019. Those are fair game. 19 does not matter. And why did my YouTube just randomly just reconnect? Oh, I just got a shit ton of alerts. Really? Google sent me a message like, were you satisfied with your search? Okay. Yeah, I'll send a bunch of COVID baby bust. Oh God, is there gonna be, you know what? That's gonna be 2020, guys. Look, you're gonna have a boom, right? We got a new generation of boomers. Actually, 2021 is gonna be the new generation of boomers. So we thought all the baby boomers had passed away, but now we've just created a new generation of them. Right? We just created a new generation of baby boomers because of COVID. That was actually an interesting point. I guess I should have really thought about that. So now people don't have anything to do, especially people that aren't financially stable. Hey, honey, let's just have sex. Let's just have sex. That's something to do. Can always just get pregnant. Right? Something to do. Some way to get more money from the government. It's like, so here comes our boomers, our next generation of boomers. Sad. And I'm still babyless. Oh, God. I could have found any woman in 2020. Why did I get stuck with the one that didn't deliver? Pun completely intended, I guess. Everyone just magically lost interest all of a sudden. Everyone just gave up on me. We peaked. And then everyone left. I think everyone went to eat dinner or something. Bigger is an undercover Republican for sure. No, I'm not. Stop it. I'm not undercover Republican. You hate Baker? That's so mean. Terrible man. I know, dude. Shit. How was I supposed to get my shovel from her tonight? Damn it. I need to shovel out of my driveway tomorrow. Actually, no. I mean, I should be able to shovel. I should be able to get out just fine. It's just that I may have some snow to deal with before I leave. So I kind of need to get my shovel. Even she needs to come home early tomorrow, so I get my shovel or some shit. Melinda has my nice shovel that I use, and then she bought herself one. She bought herself her own, but then didn't give mine back. And I texted her about it today. I said, "Hey, homie, I need my shovel back because it's my nice one, but I have one if I need to." Probably can't even tie his own shoes. No, I usually just have Maxwell do it for me, or Peyton, whoever wants to do it that day. All right, well, I think I'm gonna go. Actually, it is just after 7. I'm gonna eat and just kind of relax for a little bit. I mean, I pretty much got most of my dishes done, although I didn't get the silverware washed. So, whack beating the dragon. Wait, what? Okay, no, you're funny, dude. But no, I gotta eat. So, thank you guys for everyone who stopped by. Appreciate it very much. Um, like I said, I'll try to stream tomorrow a little bit before I go on the date. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow morning too. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.